Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Well, today I wanted to do a little bit of a life update because I've had several messages from you guys asking me where I was, if I abandoned my YouTube channel, things like that. So I wanted to talk about that here a little bit because I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've already explained some of this in previous videos, but I had some additional things on top of my previous issues. So let's talk about where I've been and where I'm going to be now. Well, I want to thank you guys for your concern. I am perfectly fine. I've just had a lot going on this summer. So let's back up a little bit. This year is the first year I have not had a retreat in Pennsylvania in September. So at the beginning of the summer, I was like, oh, I can relax a little bit this summer because I don't have as much going on. That I shouldn't have said that because I think I sort of jinxed myself. So I talked a little bit about this previously, but as some of you know, and if you're new to my channel, you might not know, but my folks both have health issues going on. And so they decided to move back to Ohio, about 5 minutes from where I lived. Now their house has closed here. So we are working on, they were snowbirds. They were between Arizona and Pennsylvania. So we are working on moving all those things to Ohio. So logistically, it's kind of a nightmare, but we're getting there. Their house in Pennsylvania has sold and we have to have everything here by September 5th. So that's going on. And in the meantime, we're also trying to get things from their Arizona home. So I've made one trip across the country driving. Whew, that was a lot. With some things and one of their vehicles. So they have a vehicle here now, which is great. And so it's just been a lot with that. They chose to move here because I am here, my children are here, and I can help take care of them. So my mother has leukemia. Luckily right now it is in remission, but it can go out of remission at any time. But she's got some other health challenges as well. And my dad has heart failure and COPD, which is congested, or it is breathing issues. If for those who don't know, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. He did smoke in Vietnam. Unfortunately, as a soldier, he learned to smoke and smoked for quite a long time. He did quit a long time ago, which was great, but it has affected his health, unfortunately. And when they were here visiting me earlier this spring, he did get very ill and he was in the hospital for a bit. And so because of all of that, they decided to move here to be closer because it's a lot and they need help. So I am the primary person taking care of them or helping taking care of them and also trying to take care of my children, business, and all those other things. So I've had a lot going on. And in the meantime, I was blessed to be able to travel to Japan, which was a lifelong dream to go to Japan. So it was amazing to do that, and got to see some great things. And I've been working on a video to share that with you guys, but I did not realize how many pictures I took. I took over 600 pictures. So I'm working on that video. So hopefully here soon, I will be able to share that with you guys. It was an amazing trip, a great opportunity. And then as soon as I got back from Japan, I actually flew directly to Arizona and then packed up some of my parents' things, their car, their van, drove that across the country, and then have also made some trips to Pennsylvania. And there's just been a lot. And then also I was out of town in Texas for a special retreat with my good friend, Rob Appel. We did some filming together. So hang on, because you'll see that coming up soon on Stitching Heaven's website. I'm really excited about that I got to film with him because he's a great friend and a great supporter. He just is really encouraging, and it's nice to hang out with people that are like that, that just don't want something from me, that they're actually supporting me. So that was really great. And then as soon as I got back from that trip, was just a few days, I got called for jury duty, for federal jury duty. So I took the hour-long trip downtown Cleveland every day for a week because I actually got picked to be on a jury, and it was a criminal case. And so I was not allowed to be on social media or anything the entire time. So that's okay. Sometimes it's nice to have a break from social media, but I know there are several of you who are like, where are you at? What's going on? Did you abandon your YouTube channel? I have not. I just was not allowed to be on social media. So that's why I haven't been here for a while, because of all the traveling and everything going on, and then the trial. So the trial is now over. The person that was on trial, I'm allowed to tell you a little bit about it, but he was a previously convicted felon 5 times over, and he was charged with 6 different counts, and we did find him guilty on 4 of 6. Unfortunately, it seems like he is not learning from some of the mistakes he's made in the past, as he keeps reoffending, and I'm hoping after this conviction that maybe with the time in prison, because he is going to go to prison, unfortunately, for quite a while. We don't know yet what the sentence is going to be. The judge will do that at a later date. But I'm hoping that he learns from this. And it was really, really hard as a juror to know that you have somebody's life in your hands and to know that your conviction is going to put him away for a while. But so it was mentally taxing. I came home every day completely exhausted and just wanted to go to bed as soon as I got home, which is not possible when you have a house full of children that you have to feed dinner and get ready for bed and all those things, and then get ready for the next day. But it is not physically taxing, but mentally exhausting. So it was a very heavy thing this week. So yesterday I did not have my normal live, or Saturday I should say, because I'm not sure when I'll get this video up. Today is Sunday. I did not have my normal live because I was just completely mentally done, and I would have been no good to sew or talk or anything. I just needed a day to unwind and unpack everything that happened during the week. That's my 3rd time being on jury duty, my 2nd time on a trial. It is an interesting process, so if you ever get called, don't be scared, don't be worried. Typically, most people don't serve on that long of a trial. My first trial was 3 weeks. This one was 1 week. Which was interesting because my first trial was not a criminal case. It was a civil case, and it was longer than a criminal case. So I found that sort of interesting, but the whole process is really kind of neat to see. And of course, we all watch those court shows on TV, like CSI or Law and Order, things like that. So it's interesting to see the differences and how fantastical they make some of the storylines and the process, because it moves a lot faster on TV than it does in real life. So it was interesting to see this process. I'm glad it's over. I was happy to do my civic duty, but it was, like I said, mentally taxing. So yeah, I'm going to follow the case because I'm interested to see what the parties in the case, those involved, because it was more than one person. We only convicted one person, but there was more than one person involved. So it'll be interesting to follow the case and kind of see what happens with the other defendant and the sentencing and all those kind of things. So that's where I've been. And while I was gone, several things did come in, and I had a few people ask me, did you get this? Did you get that? So I want to share that with you guys right now. I'm not going to open everything in this video. I've got videos to make for some of these things, but I'm going to show you what I did receive. So one of the things I received while I was gone and through all that is my Bella Rose Quilt Society box. So I'm going to open this in another video. And then I also received the Perfectly Piece box from Kimberbell. This is, if you remember, the embroidery subscription. This is the 2nd month I've been getting it. It's not the 2nd month it's been around. It's been around for a while, but I've just started receiving it. So I'm going to open this one in a separate video. And I opened last month's in one video and then did the project in another video. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And I'm really excited to get this open because from the sneak peek that I saw from last month, it looked like this is going to have a fall project, maybe, like it's supposed to be apple themed. And I love autumn. That is my favorite season. I've always said that. One of the big reasons I love autumn is because here in Ohio, we have tons of apple trees. We go apple picking. I take the kids apple picking every year, and we get the pumpkins and everything else. So if this is a fall project, I'm going to be thrilled. So, because that, like I said, is my favorite season, and we love everything apple. So excited to get that one open. The other thing I did get, which I don't have here, I left it upstairs, unfortunately, is I did get the replacement fabric for Make It Merry, which is the block of the month I'm doing with Stitch in Heaven. So I will record that in the next few days and put that up, the tutorial. The fabric that originally came with it was an incorrect fabric, so they had to send out the correct fabric, and that came while I was gone. So obviously, since it came while I was gone, I wasn't able to get it, ready and to make the block or anything. It actually came while I was gone out of town, but I got in, my flight got in at 10:30 or 9:30. By the time I got home, it was about 11 o'clock. By the time I got to bed, it's 12 at night. And then the next morning I had to get up at 5 to go down to the courthouse for jury duty. So I've been nonstop for a couple of weeks. So that's why I haven't even looked at it because I haven't had time. So that will be coming really soon. And the other thing I also received is the Designer Mystery Block of the Month from Fet Quarter Shop. This is block 3. So I'll sew this up on my channel as well really soon. I'm hoping to get both these things done in the next few days. I've got some orders to ship out, and I've got some long arm quilting to do for some of my customers. So I'm going to fit this in as I can. And then also, once I open the perfectly pieced box, I will video making this project as well and show you which one I picked. Because every month, if you recall from last month, they give you a couple of projects, 2 or 3 projects to pick from. So I'll show you which project I picked and what I did with that. So really excited to share all this with you guys. And the other thing I'm excited about is to get back to, we kind of abandoned, if you will, I'll use the term, a subscriber asked if I abandoned my YouTube channel, Dragon Fruit Block of the Month and Bumbleberry Pie Block of the Month. And those are so close. They're almost finished. Both of them, we are at the very end, the last month. But because I've been out of town so much, and then the jury duty came up and all these other things, we just haven't had a chance to get together, all of us that are sewing them. Russ of Quilt Meets World for Bumbleberry Pie, and then he and my friend Ingrid and the Bev and Julie, the other people that are sewing Dragon Fruit with us, have not been able to get together to sew all this together. And they may have finished theirs already, and that is perfectly fine. I can understand if they didn't want to wait for me. But those should be coming up soon in the next few weeks as well. I've got to get a hold of everybody and find out when they're available. But I'm excited to get those done because those have been kind of sitting here on the back burner as well with all this craziness. So sewing is coming up, I promise. I'm getting back to my YouTube channel. Luckily, I do not have any trips going out of town until Quilt Market, which is this year, the beginning of October. This year I was actually not going to go to Quilt Market, and Quilt Market is the precursor to Quilt Festival, which is the International Quilt Festival in Houston, Texas, that they have every year. I met some of you there last year. That was a lot of fun to meet you guys. I don't think I'm going to be going to festival this year. I'm just going to go to Quilt Market for a couple days because I've got something special going on there, and I can't tell you guys yet what that is, but I'm so excited because a company has picked up one of my patterns, and the sample quilt is going to be hanging there, but I just can't tell you who it is or what it is yet. So somewhere down the road, I'll be able to share that with you guys. But for now, that's all I can say. So really thrilled that that is happening for me. And I've been working really hard to get to that point. So super excited about that. So that'll be coming up in the beginning of October. And then I'm going on a little trip in the middle of October with my friend Russ of Quilt Meets World, which we already told you about. It's a quilting cruise with Stitching Heaven. But until then, I'm going to be home for a bit. So I'm really excited about that so I can get back to stitching with you guys, because that's really what I love to do. I love sewing. You guys know that. I love quilting, and I love sharing that with you guys. So I'm glad to be home for a while. No more jury duty, because now I can't be called for 2 years. Well, I can be called, but they can't bring me in for at least 2 years. As soon as my parents get their house completely finished and sold on September 5th, I do have to make one more trip to PA, but it's just a quick 2-day trip, and get everything done there. Then no more there. And then their house in Arizona is still need to be all the contents emptied before we can even put it up on the market. So until that point, I'll be home for a bit, which I'm really, like I said, super happy about, because I can get back to what I love, which is spending time with you guys stitching. So stick with me. I'm back. And I know I've said that before, but I can't wait to share everything that's coming up with you guys. Russ and I had some plans for some other projects coming up. So again, those things were kind of put on hold until he's so good and sweet to me that he held things for me. I love you, Russ. But we've got plans for other projects coming up. So stay tuned to both of our channels, and we'll let you know as soon as we know. So I will get these things sewn in the next few days. I'm going to get these boxes open and show you those in a separate video. So stay tuned for those. And also my Japan trip. I can't wait to share that with you guys, because that was amazing. Would I love to go back to Japan someday? Absolutely. Do I think I'll ever get there? Maybe, maybe not. But I had a great time. And one of the stops we also made was in Seoul, South Korea. And I completely recommend going to Japan and Seoul because everything was stunningly beautiful, clean. All the people there are very, very nice. So if you are thinking about going to Japan or Seoul, watch my video so I can tell you more about it and you can see some pictures. All right, I will see you guys really soon with my box openings, and then for our stitching with the Fat Quarter Shot block of the month and the Make It Merry block of the month. See you soon. Bye.